Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers, and welcome back to Mercury Farms. This is getting to be a continuous scene, me heading up to the sawmill with a load of wood in the back. But if you look at our money, we are just about getting close enough so we can buy that land. And also the rain has not got here yet. That forecast is like sticking right there through the whole day. It's just like, hey, it's sunny, but there's rain coming. I got it on times 15 speed, so we're getting pretty close to 5 o'clock in the afternoon and still no rain. But I'm hoping this load right here will do it for us because I don't have any more wood cut down at the moment. 239. I think it just gets us over. I don't have any more wood cut down like I was saying, and the tree harvester is getting close to popping over on the second hour, which means if I cut this down a little bit more, I would have to pay probably $9,000 in leasing fees because I went over the hour for leasing. But I think that is enough cash. But also every hour we get $400, so if we're close, maybe that will help us. But we can also sell something like milk or something like that. Let's go here. Oh, it's 232. I thought it was 237. The high demand at sweet potatoes is actually for sugar beet, so I'm not too concerned about that. But here is what we're after right here. Yes, we want to buy the land for $232,000. So it does leave us with $7,000 in the bank, which is, it's not bad actually. No need to panic because now we got more land. And I say this a lot, more land just means more income. And eventually that field will produce pretty well. So the next thing on the agenda is pay off some more of that loan. We own $250,000. At one point we owned $450 was the max loan I took out, which I know I said on this series I didn't want to take out a loan, but to help us along with the cows, and speaking of the cows, yes, the cows have reproduced. So now we're up to 44. And yes, I did take care of the weeds in this field right over here. So that field is ready to go. So I think what we're going to do, since the rain's not here yet, I think I'll slow down the speed to ×1. I can also see that our soybean field is ready, and for a minute I thought there was weeds in here, but there are no weeds yet. There will be. I'm hoping it won't hit stage 2 before the weeds come. So we need to hop into the New Holland and grab our plow and head on over to our new field and get it all set to go. Make that sucker as big as we can and put a nice crop in there. Definitely not a crop like corn, because then that means I'll have to plow it again, and I don't want to do that. So I'm starting to think of maybe not doing any more wood cutting. I'll keep the wood tree harvester up there for another day. I will pay $4,000 for the leasing fee, but I'll keep it for another day, and we'll see how it goes on the farm. I think I'm like 2/3 of the way through cutting down the trees anyways. Alright, so the question is, where do I actually own up to? That is the question. 5 strips. I don't think the trees I own, my guess is right up to the edge of here is what I own. Now this is not even a field, this is just a dirt road, so there's not even a field here. Nothing. But there will be. So we're going to turn on GPS, just like that. Let's unfold this guy. I do need to allow to create fields, but not yet. So Alt E. I probably need it to, that's the wrong button. Snap to terrain angle. Yes, that'd be good. Somewhere right about there. E. And once you go far enough, and Alt R to auto adjust. And I'm thinking you'll line up right there. I do believe that's our field. Let me lift up the plow. The plow's actually down, but it's not doing nothing because we don't own. I mean, I don't have create fields on yet. So right about here. So Y to allow to create fields. We shall lower that down. And there we go. Now it's just a matter of plowing this whole section here. So, luckily, looks like my plow probably could have used some repair before I came over. Because I'm only going at 9, but it could be the New Holland may not have enough horsepower to get through here. Those trees there, I do believe I don't own, so that's why we're just going this far to begin with. But this will be one nice sized field. We're going to get a big crop out of here. And a field this big, I think maybe the next purchase could actually be like the Joskin trailer. I think that one holds maybe 10,000 liters more than the trailer that we have now. But we won't need it for a couple days. Or I can just suffer with, I don't want to say suffer, with the trailer that we have now that holds 21,000. But this field definitely is going to produce a pretty good yield, I would think. So let me get working on the perimeter of this field that we're going to have here. This field's going to be nice. Well, the perimeter has now been set. You got GPS kind of lined up, so hopefully I don't miss any gaps here. This is going to take me a while, I do believe. Yeah, originally I thought these strips over here were like a field, and they're just it's just dirt. So yeah, we have to plow it. And then I'm thinking what we'll probably do is skip to the morning, and then I'll probably have to rent a cultivator. And I think lease. We'll lease a cultivator. We'll actually cultivate the field first. It's something we should be doing anyways. Cultivating after plowing, even though we got direct seed roll. But I think we may lease one. See how much one is, depending on our money situation as well. May not be able to afford it. But I will be here for a while for sure. Probably a good half hour. I mean, I've already been out for 10 minutes, so it was 16:45 when I kind of started. So yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. Hopefully, I finish it before the rain comes. We'll have to see. Yeah, as you can see, the New Holland is just dragging it at 6 miles an hour going uphill. So it shall take me a little while, but like I said, I'll just keep on working a little bit longer. I'll bring it back when it starts to look more and more like a field. But if we go to here, you can kind of see the outline of the field, so it's going to be pretty big. So as you can see, yeah, we'll slowly get our way there. See how long it takes us. And I'll bring it back shortly. Not much time has passed. I have come up with an idea because it finally occurred to me, like, I do have the mod that you can get in the mod hub that allows cultivators to create fields. And since I want to cultivate the field anyways, I'm thinking, why don't I kill two birds with one stone? We will lease a cultivator that can create a field and cultivate at the same time. I haven't tried this mod yet, so I don't know if when it creates a field, does it like leave plow marks, or we're about to find out. I did look at the cost of leasing a cultivator, and it's rather cheap. Yes, ma'am. I need at least a cultivator. So yeah, I was looking at it. Cultivators, one of Stevie's cultivators. So base cost is 1,000 per operating hour, 1,050 per day, 500. So I may actually keep it overnight as well because we got that cornfield that I want to extend as well. I'm not going to change colors because it's going to raise the price, right? Yeah, raise it by $8. Do I want to? I think I can afford the $8, right? Well, per operating hour it goes up a little bit. Yeah, why not? No, not buy. Lease. Alright, let's hook this right up, get it over to the field, and we'll see how this creates a field. I don't think this is going to hook up to the truck, because that's going to be a 3-point linkage, and I don't think I have a 3-point linkage on this truck. I do not. I was thinking that. So, yeah, I'm going to get the cultivator, bring it out over here, and I shall bring it back when we're ready to go. Alright, so here we go with the cultivator, allowed to create fields. Now the question I have, wow, this is pulling a lot easier than a plow as well. So the question I have is the field plowed underneath, or does the field need plowing? See that right there? That's what I was wondering. The field needs to be plowed. So I will not create fields with this because it needs to be plowed. Limit that to fields. I will use it later on to cultivate though. So I was thinking that in the way over, so wait a minute. Yes, it'll allow me to create fields, it'll cultivate. The question I have is, does it consider it being plowed as well? And no, it does not. Well, we don't want that because we will lose quite a bit. Was it like 15? I keep forgetting what these stats are. I know right where to go though. 15% is what we'll lose. So back to grabbing our plow. Alright, so I need to get back to work here with this guy. So I learned something, and if you didn't know that, then you learned something as well. So turn this back on to allow to create fields. The GPS should be in the same slot, and I do believe these are the same width, so I shouldn't have to worry too much about it. Are these implements the same width? No, they're not. It's just off a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to get back to work here. I'll bring it back once again. Yeah, it's a little bit smaller. I'll bring it back in a while when we have a field pretty much set. Almost there. It is good to see that I just got one more pass to make. About 45 minutes to create this field, which leaves you a lot of time to think. What we're going to do once I get a free moment here is we are going to return the tree harvester. I'm not going to drive it down to the shop and return it. I'm just going to return it because if I drive it down to the shop, I'm going to tick over on the hour, which is another $9,000. The reason being, if I use it, like I just said, if I use it anymore, I'm going to go over the hours. That's $9,000. If I keep it in the day, that's another $4,000. So, I mean, if I want to lease it again, I'm going to pay those fees anyways, but I will it will be an additional $9,000 base leasing fee on top of that as well. But I'm thinking we are probably done tree harvesting up there anyways, and what I plan to do is in the future, once we get a little bit extra cash, is rent the tree planter, and we'll go up there and cut all the stumps down, get rid of all the stumps, and replant some trees and then sell the land. And we'll get we'll get our money back on the land, which I think, I forgot how much it was, 67, 75, somewhere around there. So we'll get that cash back. And plus it'll save us some money this evening as well. That rain, as you saw last episode, that was the forecast in the morning. Sun turning to rain. Here we are. I mean, it is starting to get a little cloudy out, so maybe. But we should be able, I mean, we're going to finish plowing here in a second. Well, maybe in a minute. It takes a while to get up there. We'll grab the cultivator. I'll make sure create fields is off. We're going to cultivate the field, and I don't think it's going to take us too long to cultivate it. And then we'll do the thing where we fertilize the field, then we'll spread some lime down, and then plant. But I believe we'll be doing that in the next in-game day. We'll sleep overnight. But it also depends on when this rain's going to get here as well. So that's got me kind of curious what's going on there. The forecast is just like stuck. But now we have a really big field. It's, you know, it makes me think, you know, the Rosamash is a decent harvester. I mean, it'll do fine in this field, but I don't think I'll be harvesting this field. I'll probably put it on a worker. And with the trailer we got, we'll just have to suffer with it for a while. I hate saying that because, I mean, really, we're going to get a few amount of liters out of here. And I think the first crop root plant here will be sunflowers. That's kind of my thought on that. But yeah, we should, you know, probably get like maybe 60,000 liters out of this field, I would think, of sunflower. Hard to tell because we haven't, you know, I haven't harvested a field this size yet, so I don't know. This plow / subsoiler probably does need some repair because it's getting us a little bit slower and slower as we go along. But we are done. We are done. Let me turn on the HUD so I can make sure first of all I go far enough. So limit to fields. That's what you always do. We'll make sure we always turn it back to that. Ah, yes. Finally. Alright, we'll come over here and put this over here for now. And I'm thinking after we get done cultivating, I'll probably return the cultivator as well instead of waiting for the next day to cultivate the other field. I was wondering though about the cultivators when I saw that mod. It says, oh, it allows them to create fields as well. I don't want that. Okay, yes, we should be all set. So I'm like, okay, but does it also plow the field as well? Because I'm thinking if it does all that, wow, that's like a 3-in-1 tool. Well, I know it took us 45 minutes to plow the field, but it sure as heck should not take us that long to cultivate the field, because we're going to go a lot faster. I don't know why this cultivator has an offset. What the heck? Why does it think the width is that? Because I'm at that much of an angle? Alright, let me do this here. There we go. Yeah, because it was at an... okay, so reset that. I don't want that. Everything else looks good. Someone's cutting a tree behind us. I hear the chainsaw. And we'll get the field nice and smooth so our seed drill doesn't get damaged at all. It's a pretty big field. It looks like our New Holland might be struggling just a little bit cultivating the field. This is one of those things where the cultivator requires 400 horsepower and we got 435 and we're going downhill. It might take me that long to cultivate the field. Well, cultivating this field is definitely going to take a while. Part of me thought before I started doing it, I could have just returned the cultivator, but since I already kind of used it to create a field, I was going to get charged for the hour anyway, so might as well use it and cultivate the field. It should definitely help out when we seed the field to make it seed maybe a little bit faster. I'm not really sure what calculates the speed on this thing, because every once in a while it'll jump up like to 11 or 10. Well, see right there, it jumped up to the 10. They'll dip right down to 6, and then I don't know if it has to do with how flat the field is, but the field looks relatively flat to me. Not really sure. I know going downhill and uphill will, of course, increase and decrease the speed. But I've been at it for a while, and I'm not even halfway done yet. Not even halfway done. Maybe the T9 is something I would need for this kind of equipment to be doing this. Even though we have more than the recommended horsepower, it's definitely not pulling at the speed that it can be at. I was sitting here just minding my own business, not really paying attention, just letting GPS go with my foot's on the pedal. Just looking around the room, and also like, what is that noise I'm hearing in my headset? It took me like literally 30 seconds to realize, oh, it's raining in the game. I was like, what's that noise I'm hearing? Is that my fan on my graphics card getting noisier? No, it's actually raining. Which I'm kind of glad, because I was getting kind of worried that it was going to get dark and not start raining, and I was going to sleep through the night, wake up in the morning, it was just going to be raining. So I think what we're probably going to have to do is I'm going to just make one more pass cultivating and call it an evening. You don't want to be cultivating when it's raining. I was just going to get all clumpy and messy. Not really in the game, but you know. You should be cultivating when it's raining out. But since it just started raining, the soil's not as wet yet. So we'll go up and make one more pass down, because I just want to make sure I'm more than halfway done, which I just about am. So yeah, I'll have to pay for this since we're going to have the cultivator for another day, I may keep it and do the other field later on. But we'll make one more pass down. I just want to check on the animals. We'll make sure we return the tree harvester. We'll sleep through the night. Just take a quick check in the morning, see how things are. And I think we'll wrap up the episode right about there, I would assume. Because this is going to take me a while. Yeah, because I forgot what time. It's been like an hour and a half just kind of taking care of this field, creating the field and now cultivating. I was trying to be smart and smooth by saying, well, I got that mod that if I get the cultivator, it creates a field. Then after I leased it, I was like, oh, wait a minute, does it actually, quote unquote, consider it being a plowed field as well? And then we found out, no, it doesn't. It's like, well, then I got to plow the field anyway, so I might as well use the plow. And now I got the cultivator or used it, I might as well cultivate. Because I still don't have the achievement for... 100 hectares cultivated on Steam, because we've been using that plow, and that plow doesn't really consider it as cultivated. So this will help get that achievement done. But we'll get down to the other side. We'll just leave our tractor and cultivator there overnight, The one thing it is doing though, the rain is, it is washing my, is it washing my tractor? Oh yeah, I forgot the wipers even come on now. Kind of forgot that. Let's head in cab here. Actually, I really haven't looked around this vehicle. Move my head around here because I got track IR, so yeah, everything there. There's the wiper going back and forth. Looks all good. Although you think with the rain and the wiper going, the window will get just a little bit cleaner than what it is. So either I'm not sure how I'm going to do this yet. We may start next episode by finish cultivating this field, or I may do it in between episodes. Like I said in last episode, I'm building a PC. Hopefully, let's see. You're going to see this video on Monday. So yeah, as you're seeing this video, I'm probably building the PC as we speak. So yeah, I don't know how my time is going to be for this week because, you know, building a PC, it's going to take time to get all the components in, put it together, you know, move software over, blah blah blah. I mentioned in last episode, so there we go with that. But before I forget, let's head into the garage. Leased items. Right here, this guy right here, we are going to return that. So that'll save us some money at night. Yeah, we'll be keeping that overnight, which is fine. How our animals doing? Instead of looking at the PDA, I want to see how these chickens are doing. Hey, we got a second box. But you know, as long as we're getting boxes and eggs, that's what I wanted to see. Yeah, so there's our 11 cows. So now the reproduction rate came down quite a bit. I would like to buy more cows, but we got other things we got to take care of first. Yeah, they're up to 17,000 liters already of milk. And like I said, we'll probably take care of the total mix rations pretty soon. Those chickens there are doing fine. And actually, these chickens are doing better. The reproduction rate has gone down by half an hour. So, yeah, that's looking pretty good. It'll be looking even better once we sleep through the night. These guys are just popping out eggs really well. Really well. I'm liking that quite a bit. And I probably should be taking care of the manure here pretty soon. Actually, how much manure do they have? 40,000. That's quite a bit we could be selling at the BGA. But I think what we'll do is it's time for me to sleep through the night because it's raining out. I probably should check before I go. Yeah, we're going to get weeds here. Hopefully I can take care of it in the morning. This might hit the second growth stage. I think it's already at the first growth stage. If it hits the second growth stage, I'll have to use the Dutes Fire. Put some narrow tires on it. Done it before. So I'm going to head back to the house, sleep through the rain, and I'll see you in the morning just for a quick briefing of how things are going. Morning's here and the sun is out. Although it's going to get cloudy again. It just stopped raining around 4 o'clock in the morning. So we'll give that soil a little bit of time to dry. Let me go check. No, here. Which way am I facing? The correct way. Is that the second growth stage? I do think it is. So yeah, I'm going to have to use the Dutes Fire to come in here or else I'll get crop destruction. But we'll take care of it after. I got to finish doing this field over here so we can get this field up and going. That's where it's going to bring us the money. But let's come on up here, see how these chickens did overnight. There we go. Now they're starting to produce eggs. Of course, we're getting more and more chickens. These guys here. Oh yeah, we're doing very good there as well. And the cows. up to 20,000 liters. Yeah, total mixed rations, we're going to have to take care of them. Water and straw, we'll probably just take care of them all completely. But everyone is doing pretty good. The animals are going to start bringing us some money. You can see we're up to 7,000, even though we had to pay interest on that loan a little bit. The greenhouses are definitely helping us out there. But once we get that big field going in a couple days, that harvest would be pretty good with sunflower. I probably should turn the speed down to 1 times for now. But that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Yeah, we're pretty much cutting down trees up there. So, but we'll have to head back up there with a stump grinder. So we'll basically just like start an episode, like maybe bring the stump grinder up there. I'll start cutting some stumps, get rid of them all. Rent the tree planter, or lease the tree planter. Buy some saplings. Probably plant. I have the mod where the pallet holds 60 trees instead of 20. So we'll probably plant maybe a couple hundred of those trees back up there, or however much, doesn't matter. And then we'll sell the land, and you know, it'll be you know, taking care of nature. You know, cut down trees, got to replant trees. Then we'll sell the land. We'll get a good amount of cash from that, which will help out the farm immensely. But hopefully by then we may not even have a loan, so we'll have to see how it goes. But the farm still does need a lot of stuff, like another tractor would be good. We need a bigger trailer. Yeah, you know, I just keep saying we just need this one more thing, and then you buy that one thing. It's like, well, now I got that. You know what else we could use? But anywho, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. And I'll catch you next time on Mercury Farms. But until then, have a good one.